Hail and matches adventures! Welcome to the world of Baldur Gate 3. Do you want to make your favorite Mortal Kombat character Scorpion playable in Baldur's Gate 3? That will look like this. Scorpion is ready for battle.
Get over here! Finish him! Fatality! Get over here! Get over here! Finish him! Fatality!
So in this video I will show you how to build Scorpion to have all the signature moves, how to use them properly, and how to get this gear, and where to get this gear, and as always, it will be 99% spoiler free. But I will warn you in advance, when there will be some types of little spoilers. So first of all, let's build our character. It's Scorpion, most closest I could get. Anyway, we will be making this masked build, so it doesn't matter too much how he looks right now, but this like most closest look we could get to the most modern Scorpion. So body type 4, human, head 7, skin neutral tone 4. For eyes, I picked flame white because Scorpion got this solid white eyes, but we don't have this option in Baldur's Gate. Solid black is awesome, but again, it's not white. Opal 2 is kinda good. And I like Flame Yellow 2 or Flame Yellow 3. Cool looking on Scorpion. But we will stick with Flame White for this build. So a little bit of makeup. We're going with makeup 9, black 51. This is without, this is with it. A little bit more scary, I guess. Lip tint gray 5 with 30 points. Just like this. Hair will be variant heart. Is black neutral color. So Scorpion is definitely a human, a monk with criminal background, and ability distribution will look like this. We can go with around 12 wisdom and maxing our strength to 16, so something like this will work for our build today. Or we can go with like more classic monk start. With 10 strength, we get in max wisdom, and we got more balanced with 10 charisma. Skill proficiency, athletics, acrobatics, and perception. I guess it's very cool for Scorpion, lore-wise, and basically for gaming too. Just like that, let's go to the game. So I guess this will most likely will look like a Scorpion, original Scorpion. Just look at this dude. I don't know, he's looking pretty scary. So build and levels. Basically going with Monk until level 3, where you can pick your subclass. So on third level we going with Way of the Shadow Monk, because Scorpion got these moves like teleport behind his target, and Way of the Shadow will give us this ability. On level 4 we can pick our feat, and there's two ways we can go about this level. First option is to go with Magic Initiate Druid to get this Thorn Whip cantrip. So Thorn Whip is cantrip that basically will pull targets to yourself. So you can scream, "Come over here!"
Get over here!
Or we can go with ability improvement and add to our dexterity. Or we can go and pick Tavern Brawler, but this feat will add our strength modifier to our attack rolls with unarmored attack. We got low strength right now, so there's two workarounds about this, and about this build especially. This cool helmet, I will show you where to get every piece of armor just in a second. So this cool helmet is light armor. And because it's light armor, it's totally negotiating our unarmored defense feature from Monk. Without this helmet we got 16 AC, with this helmet we got 13 AC. And we can negotiate this effect with armors, so basically we can go and equip armor on ourselves. Yeah, it's not exactly like Scorpion looking, but this will give us pretty solid AC. Another way to work around is to get all elixir of Hill Giant strength you will ever find. Make these elixirs by yourself, so you can constantly have strength up to 21. So this is definitely playable build, but you need to think how to go around this stuff. And yeah, while this is like most stable Scorpion stuff, Torn Whip, we can get it from other sources. I will show you just in a second. So just for demonstration, I will go with Tavern Brawler and we will add Constitution up to 1. And basically we continue with Shadow Monk, so purely Shadow Monk build. Coolest level is level 6 of course, with Shadow Step, so we can blink through shadows. One more feat, we get in Dexterity up to 18. And if you want like most powerful version of this build, you should actually go and finish with Monk and basically get level 12 Shadow Monk just to get all feats, increase unarmed attack power, but we already kinda got everything we need, so we can finish Scorpion lore build. We go with Dragon Ancestry Sorcerer. So for spells, it doesn't matter too much. We don't have a lot of Scorpion spells. You can pick Firebolt maybe if you... But most importantly, we're going with Draconic Bloodline and we're going with Red Fire Dragon. So this will give us Burning Hands. You can think about this like Fire Breath that Scorpion got in the game. And basically we don't need anything from Monk no more, so we can get some multi-class into Rogue. With Rogue we get an additional Stealth and Athletic, and basically finishing our build with 3 levels of Rogue to get this Thief subclass, and this will give us additional bonus action. Okay, what gear do we have here? We got this awesome helmet, it's most like Scorpion looking helmet. I got basic Monk clothing, because it's only one sleeveless armor I could find actually in this game. Maybe you got more options. If you find something, make sure to write in the comments. So, Gloves of Cinder and Sizzle. Our unarmed attacks deal additional 1d4 fire damage. So our unarmed attacks doing fire damage, and that's cool. Additionally, we get this Scorching Ray, and you can use it early game to make this stuff. So it's almost Breath of Fire that Scorpion have in the game. And Boots of Kushigo, we add in Wisdom modifier to our unarmed strikes. So as I told you, I got this Tavern Brawler stuff, so I want to drink potion to increase my damage, and basically we will be very powerful dude. Rings and amulets. So Amulet of Misty Step, it will give us ability to teleport for small distance. Again, some Scorpion stuff. A Ring of Jumping, you can use bonus action to cast it on yourself and triple jumping distance. I guess it's like teleporting stuff from Scorpion 2. I mean, if you can go from backwards and attack from behind. And Crusher Ring to give us +3 movement speed. So armor of choices. If you want to play it as a dude and you want to play on higher difficulty, you definitely need an armor class more than 14. So what we can pick? We can pick Spider Silk Armor. It will look like this, or Penumbral Amber. These armors you can get on Act 1 pretty early. I will explain you very soon where you can get them. This looks pretty ninja in my opinion. But still I like this stuff more. And 14 armor class is okay for first act. But then if you want to continue, I'll stick with something like this. It's pretty Scorpion-like in my opinion too. Or something like this. This will increase our armor class up to 19, and that's really playable stuff. If you equip Shield, you will get 21, and that's more than enough for late game playing, so you can definitely play this build. It's very viable. So Scorpion is ready to show you him in a battle. Scorpion is ready for battle. So just as real Scorpion, we can go in and attack. Of course, it's like basic stuff. We can teleport behind target and attack from behind, signature moves, and destroy them with fire, of course. And your favorite.
Get over here! Finish him! Fatality. Get over here! Finish him! Fatality.
So, how to play this dude? If you want to use this come over here chain ability, Sorrow Lash, you will need this spear. I will tell you how to get it just in a second. But if you want to attack with your knuckles, your fists, not with your weapon, your monk after all, you basically use it to pull target to yourself with bonus action and just unequip it in a fight. It not costing you any actions, so you can basically play like that easily. So about colors, how to make him look like this. I prefer, and I think it's like more cool looking, it's orange dye. Basic dye, you can find it very easily, and I colored everything in this. So this piece of armor not looking so orange, I guess. This is more orange, definitely. And that's kind of like the same with this blue stuff. But however you like. Another dye that will work is yellow dye. But yellow dye got this problem, it got green pieces. So it's not like 100% Scorpion stuff. Still, you may enjoy this look, I guess. Somehow. Yeah, my main problem is actually these green pieces, I mean. But again, why not? Why not? So write in the comments what you think is cooler. Yellow with this green stuff or pure orange. So how you play this type of Scorpion? Most of the time you want to have Potion of Speed or Heartstone yourself, of course, to get this bonus action. I mean double action. And what every action give to you. First of all, you can use this Lash to bring enemies to you with bonus action. Then you unequip this Sorrow and start fighting with your fist. So basically after one attack you can do one more attack and look on the combat log. Basically we're doing damage roll with our fists, it's 1d6. We add in our wisdom modifier because we got this boots. We add in strength modifier from Tavern Brawler and that's our damage. Additionally we add in a 1d4 fire damage from our gloves. And with this combination we can do 4 attacks in one turn and we can do Flurry of Blows 2 times. Flurry of Blows will do insane amount of damage, just look at this. So basically we're doing one unarmored attack and then second unarmored attack. And these 2 attacks will do the same. So it's doing damage roll, wisdom modifier, strength modifier and 1d4 fire damage from our gear and do it one more time. And we can do 2 Flurry of Blows in one turn. Or if you're out of key points, because Flurry of Blows uses key points, you can use this unarmed strike. Make sure to watch it on the right, because after you make your normal attack, unarmed attack, you will have this ability to use bonus action for unarmed strike. So basically, if we count Flurry of Blows as 2 attacks, we can do around 8 attacks in one turn with this combination. And every attack will do from around 20 to 30 damage. So at minimum, it will be 170 damage.
Get over here!
So coolest part about Shadow Monk, whenever you see this at least a little bit of shadow, and you can press shift button to check out if this at least a little bit obscured area. So full sun, no shadow, this is like a little bit of shadow. You can use your shadow step and teleport to another shadow. So basically you can go from low ground to high ground if there's some shadow on high ground and just destroy enemies over there. Easy. So going from one roof to another roof is not a problem for Shadow Monk, really crazy. So let's talk about items, where you can get this item. And I will explain you where to get this gear by explaining position on the map with these coordinates on the map, act and location name. So basically I'm not spoiling almost anything, but I will just explain you where and a little bit how to get. So you enter in small spoiler area. So first weapon, Sorrow. If you actually want to use this instead of dipping into 1 feet of druid, because you can go into this druid subclass and you can use druid cantrip. It will be, by the way, more useful because druid shares same casting attribute as monk, so it's wisdom. We got high wisdom, but we got what we got. So how to get this Sorrow if you want to play it like this, or maybe use a spear sometime. So location, Enclave Library, and that's our coordinates. It's minus 438 and 23. To get to the Sorrow, you need to find tablet for empty socket. And that's the guy who got tablet. His name is Ross. So when you find Ross, just talk with him and try to be friends. Or you can get it other ways, of course. He will anyway got this tablet. Then just drop this tablet into socket and you will find your gear. So, Amulet of Misty Step. In case you don't have a lot of shadows nearby, you can use this Misty Step to teleport wherever you see with bonus action. Once time per short rest, but still very nice for Scorpion. To get it, first of all, you need to go to this location in Shattered Sanctum and open this door. It's Act 1. How to do it, I won't explain you will find it yourself, maybe or not. And then you will find gilded chest in this location. Inside this chest will be Amulet of Misty Step. So Crusher Ring, very useful if you play in this build, because you will lose monk bonuses to movement, and additional movement speed is very nice. You lose these bonuses because you use armor, and Monk got these bonuses only when he is unarmored. So Goblin Camp, this is location, find Crusher over here and he will have this ring, and that's why it's called Crusher Ring. So helmet, this helmet will lie over here. Location, Ibn Lake Grotto, someone call it Act 2, I call it Act 1.5, because it will be a little bit later after you finish all quests, main quests in Act 1. And before moving completely to Act 2, that's one of the places you can go. So, in this location you will find kind of village, you need to be friend with these villagers, and if you do what they ask, you will get this helmet. Additionally, you will see this dwarf trader, and this dwarf trader got this ring of jumping, so you can get additional jumping for you if you need it. And these awesome gloves of cinder and sizzle that will give you fire damage and scorching ray can be bought from Lady Esther. She's a trader too. And it's same Act 1.5, but other road. So you can go to Act 2 by 2 roads. That's other road. And location is this, -41, -127. There you'll see trader over here. Basically go and get your glove. And last item, boots of Kushigo. These boots will be worn by Githyanki monks. You will see these monks eventually when you advance in the game. So make sure to look on these monks what is equipped, and you can get this item from them. So armors. Basically this armor, if you think it's cool, you can get it from Mintara. So this armor is from Mintara herself. It adds +1 to stealth, pretty nice if you like to go stealthy way. And this awesome armor, which give you 15 armor class as medium armor, and it will add your dexterity to your armor class totally, can be found just in the start of Act 2. There's one problem with this type of gear, it's medium armor and we don't have proficiency with medium armor. So there's two ways you can go around this. You can ignore your scorching ray, but I not recommend it, or just instead of one level of sorcerer to get this burning hands, you just pick one level in fighter or cleric to get this proficiency with medium armor. And last trader is Quartermaster Tali to get this armor. As you can see, scale mail can be bought from her, or you can stick with other cool armor, Mighty Class. It's not looking cool on Scorpion, but it's like good armor. Location is this, Last Light Inn, you will find it eventually in Act 2 anyway. So decide, looking cool on Scorpion in my opinion. It's light armor, so you will add your dexterity to your armor, and if you're not bothering about looking cool, you can add shield for this build, and basically you will get around 16 AC with this type of armor. Not good, but pretty nice too, so that's our Scorpion. So I hope you enjoyed this awesome Scorpion build and you will enjoy playing it in Baldur's Gate 3. But maybe you like Sub-Zero more. Here's Sub-Zero build on the screen right now. Enjoy and see you in the next videos.